Little quickie about prisms and cylinders today. Like, first of all, what the heck even is a prism? A prism is a three-dimensional object. It's got a length, width, and height to it. And these guys right here have special names of how to name them, right? So this guy in particular, you see it's got these two things right here, which are called bases. And this guy is a rectangle. And the angle that's formed between these edges right here is going to be 90 degrees. So this would be called a right, because it's got a right angle, rectangular prism. And this one would also be known as a surface, because can you see it's like hollow on the inside? It's helpful that it's clear and plastic, but I could like fill this up with water. It's not plastic all the way through. So this is a right rectangular prism surface. What makes a prism prism? It's got these two bases that are polygons. So you can see this guy right here is another prism. It's got two bases right here. That the base of this one is a hexagon, and so is this. They have to be the same size, same shape. This is a right because the edges intersect at a 90-degree angle. You'll be able to see that on the pictures that they have the right angle box. Right hexagonal, because that's a hexagon. Prism, also a surface. And here, because the shape of the base is a triangle in this case, and remember those two are congruent to each other, this is a right triangular prism surface. What you could also have is guys that lean a little bit, like they don't have a right angle. Those would be oblique. I don't have any physical models of that, but you'll be able to see on homework that if they do not have a right angle box, those would be oblique triangular prisms, solid or a surface. What would be a good example of something that's a solid? Well, like this ruler right here, it is like a right rectangular prism. And would you believe that it's like made of wood all the way through it? So that's like a solid. Like if you're made of the same material all the way through it, that would mean you're a solid, or mostly.
To tell on your homework if it's a solid or a surface, solids are shaded in. So they'll shade it in, surface will be clear all the way through. So it's kind of weird on paper. We'll shade in the solid and the surface will be not shaded.
This guy right here, not a prism. We'll learn later that this is a pyramid. You probably know that already, but why is it not a prism? Because it doesn't have the two bases in that case. And then of course, this guy, you probably have seen him before. He is known as the cylinder, but the weird thing is he's not a prism because prisms have to have polygons for a base, and a cylinder has a circle for a base. And remember, like to be a polygon, you have to be made up of segments. So that's how to name them.